If you're a Tesla stockholder, you got some good news ahead of you, man. Tesla is making a major decision, has already made a major decision. And let's just say that they are going to take over the market when it comes to EVs. Some people could look at this as bad news, as it could signal a few different things, which we'll touch on in a second. But man, I honestly think this is good news. I think it's good news. Let's dive into this article real quick. Diving into this, Tesla cuts prices in the US and Europe by up to 20%. Tesla's cutting prices throughout Europe and the US. Reports that prices for a Model Y rear-wheel drive have dropped by 17% in Germany, with cuts of 20% for the Model Y long range in the US. Tesla has also cut prices for its Model X and Model S in the US. The price cuts arrive less than a year later after Tesla made multiple price hikes in 2022. This is good. This is really good. At the end of the turbulent year, with interruptions to the supply chain, we have achieved a partial normalization of cost inflation, which gives us the confidence to pass this relief on to our customers. Let's look at this here. This is a Twitter post showing a chart here. If I can pull it up, here we go. Price change for the Model 3 is now $43,999, was $46,999. Check this out. Model 3 Performance. The Model 3 Performance was $62,990. Now, $53,990. Gets even better. The Model Y was $65,000. The Model Y, now $52,000. Let's take it even further. The Model Y Performance, $69,000 is what it was. Now you can get it for under $60,000. $56,990. This is absolutely insane. Insanity. People are going to be buying this up. Now, good news and bad news here. Bad news is margin. Sales numbers. That's the bad news, because it is going to eat into that. However, they don't care. They don't care about those margins. What they care about is just dominating everybody else, taking over the market, doing more volume, where the volume could offset the sales prices, the sales numbers, even with these cuts. This is a huge move. And this is kind of taking the competition and just shoving them over a little bit. I think this is absolutely massive. I think it's a great move for Tesla. It's competitive. It really is. Forget the margins. Let's knock everybody else out and get more and more people buying Teslas. Genius. I think it's absolutely genius. And I don't think this is going to hurt stock prices or any shareholders. I truly don't. I mean, I'm a bull for Tesla, so that could be a little biased, but to be honest, I don't think it's going to. I'm going to dive into, let's go look at their stock price here. All right, looking at Tesla's stock price here. Obviously, we're down like 65 something odd %, right, for Tesla. Tesla's down a lot. Just like everything else was down with inflation, everything happening, just everything's down. Tesla, big time. We were trading at the 313 level where we had a triple top, and then we dropped all the way down to $101, where we almost broke the $100 range and we got bought up. I think this earnings is going to be a big deal. I believe this is on the 25th. Is that right? Yeah, 25th. Earnings on the 25th of this month are going to be a big tell-all whether we drop below $100 or not on Tesla. I personally don't think it makes sense for Tesla to drop below 100, but it could after earnings, and then I could see it getting bought right back up. Like, that's just a massive deal. Investors are going to step in and buy it, and it's just going to go right back up. I would not be surprised 6 months down the road. Now, I will say this. As we are entering a recessionary time, right? Inflation is dropping. The Fed will probably end up cutting rates later this year. However, companies still have to go through an earnings season where we could have an earnings recession, and that could drive stock prices lower, including Tesla. But if that were to happen, I think that would be a true bottom, and investors are going to step in and actually buy us right back up. I truly do. I think that would be a good time that investors really say, okay, companies have gone through an earnings recession. Now it's time for them to pull out of this. And I think a lot of companies will. Tesla had a horrible year last year. And I think the stocks that had a horrible year last year are going to have a good year this year. I truly believe that. I think Tesla, especially high growth in tech, because people will start to navigate back into tech. And I think towards the middle to the second half of this year, that's what we're going to see happen for most companies. I think that could happen for Tesla too. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Tesla trading back in the 178, 176 range, maybe after earnings at some point. And if we can break this 200 level, this 200 level right here is going to be a test. It's a big psychological level because we have support here and resistance at this level. So this is going to be a huge, huge level for Tesla to break. If we can break 200, we would probably go up and retest 229-ish. And then if obviously we have to break through that because we have consolidation in that range over here too, right? So we could break the first key level to break right now would be that 200 level. We break that, we go up and test 231. And if we find strength and we continue to find strength, it is possible we go back up and retest the 300s, but we have a long way to go. I'm not saying that's going to happen anytime soon. That could be the second part of this year. We still have earnings coming up to go through. We'll have another earnings season to go through as well later on for Q2. It's going to be, there's a lot to go through and a lot of roadblocks that Tesla's going to have to push through. But I fully believe that, Tesla can do it and it's going to happen. But I don't know. That's my thoughts. I think as far as the price cuts on the cars, I think this is a huge move. I think they're going to take market share. I think more and more people are going to go buy Teslas as they're cheaper, more affordable, especially those performance package cars. Think about that, right? If more and more people go buy those performance cars that are a little pricier than just the standard package, that's great for sales numbers. And if they do more volume on those, that's going to report back to very positive sales numbers at the end of the day, right? So I think it's a huge move, great move, knockout competition, and it's going to be massive for Tesla. If you guys like this kind of content, be sure to smash the like button down below, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.